many of our 8th graders voluntarily participate over the summer. Ms. Sywell, who was the coordinator of it, along with Mrs. Yuskavich, created a Google survey, and the one thing that the students promoted the most was that they enjoyed being able to pick their own book. Prior to that, every student would be given the same book title, and we just realized that wasn't working because 1 or 2 kids would read it, share the answers, and they would get it done over like 3 to 4 days. With the program that we piloted, we ran it that they had to do logs for so many days, and they were given the option of selecting from approximately 10 different activities that they could choose from. And that was also something that the students responded on their surveys, that they enjoyed being able to pick the project. Students that were more artistic kind of leaned towards doing almost like a character or a comic book strip about the book. Others did log entries. It was definitely a success, and I'm sure as we get closer to the summer, we'll be presenting another program to try and spread this not just for our 8th grade, it was 7th going into 8th grade, their current 8th graders, but also looking at doing it at a lower level as well. So we were able, the Student Advisory Council sponsored the pizzas, we were able to give them a reward, and then they chose to relax and watch a show in the auditorium as part of their reward as well. This past week, every homeroom teacher was able to sit down and review our most recent CDT test with the students. We were able to provide conference sheets, and every student was able to review the data. In reading in 6th grade, we have 167 students. Out of those 167 students, 82 students showed improvement in their CDTs over the first marking period. In 7th grade, we have 184 students. We were able to have 100 students improve their data, showing improvement in reading skills. And in 8th grade, we have 162 students. 80 of those students showed improvement in their reading scores through the CDTs. While the homeroom teacher went over and reviewed the data with the students, the conference sheet ends up being 3 pages long. One is a graph showing where they're scoring. The second page is basically a breakdown of what content area they scored in. And then the final page is a chart that shows the students where they are grade level wise. So it will have, our 6th graders sometimes have 4th grade and 5th grade, because as we're only partway through the year and we're only into the 2nd marking period, they may not have mastered all of the skills needed to pass the 6th grade levels right now. The one thing that is very interesting is there's a column that is an L, and that stands for literary items that are high school. So we can see that we have students that are in our 7th and 8th grade, and they're already passing and meeting the criteria for 9th grade and high school things. So it's a great thing to build confidence with our students. When we sit down, we can show them, hey, listen, you're only in 6th grade, but now you're scoring here in the 7th grade. And for our 8th graders, we can show them, hey, you're already completed this, and you've got points checked off in the high school. It is a great confidence builder, and by being able to sit down and have one-on-one conferencing with the students, they see value in the CDTs. They realize that we're checking on them, we're explaining to them where we want to help them, they can see their own data. And out of all of those students that improved, our PTO purchased t-shirts to show that we value their improvements. So students that improved, if they were on the maroon team, they got a maroon t-shirt like this. It also has the middle school pride on the back for our school-wide positive behavior. So students that showed the improvement, they were given a free t-shirt sponsored by the PTO. Any student that was on the white team got a white t-shirt. So it wasn't just a way to give them a reward, it also gave them pride in their teams that they can see that, they're improving. So we're going to continue to monitor it, but it's time consuming, but taking the time to explain the reports to the students now have buy-in, and they're identifying their own course of action, and they're looking to see where they need to improve. So it's really bringing focus to the educational process for each student at the middle school.
Thank you. Ms. Howland?
So I'm just going to do like two small things. I'm going to turn it over to the students because I feel like we repeat some of the same stuff, and I know they have an extensive list. But first, I'd like to welcome to our district today our new business education teacher started, Jane Maurer, with Lehigh Area School District. So she started with us this morning, which was a nice addition to our business ed as we transition that into the second semester with courses. Again, I'd also like to agree with Dr. Fish and commend Avery Hostler on obtaining his Eagle Scout rank. And as Dr. Fish said, he did work on the Golden Trail in East Penn Township, and he's pretty excited about that, so shared a lot with us today. I think the students are going to talk about NHS, and I'm going to let them take over from here. They have a lot to add. You're up